Michael.
And we are a close-knit family.
Yeah, close-knit family, close-knit family. Yeah.
This is a Knitcast.
Yes.
And it is October 20, I gotta look, 21st, 2018, and this is episode 28. Welcome to anyone who's joining us for the first time. It's nice of you to be here. And for those of you who are coming back and seeing us again, thank you for coming back and seeing us again. And, you know, we've got, I don't know if you, believe it or not, Mike and I don't see each other a lot during the week.
No, we don't.
But we get a lot of really nice comments.
Yeah, I was looking at some of those.
From people who enjoy spend, you know, so thank you for those, because it's, you know, if you don't get feedback, you don't know what you're doing. But anyway, so we are a Knitcast from Armstrong, BC, which is in the North Oak. Oh, okay, I totally blew that.
And we're from Armstrong in the North Okanagan region of British Columbia in Canada.
You're so good at that.
Yeah, sure.
I blew it, as usual. Okay, and we're following Mike's adventures as a new knitter,
and
our ongoing yarn and knitting addiction. See, you graduated. Last episode you said, when do we get to say that? And I think...
Okay.
I mean, it's time, but I do think we still need to identify you as a new knitter.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
So, just a note, something fun, at least we hope it's going to be fun.
We do, yes.
That we're going to try next week. Because, after I sat and did my nails on Instagram in a live thing and got, you know, that was really fun. I got to chit chat with some people. We're going to try a YouTube live.
Yeah.
On Friday, October 26th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or whatever it is.
Yeah,
anyway, Pacific time.
Yes.
So, yeah, if you want to join us and, like, have a little communication, that would be a fun thing. So we're just, I mean, it's not going to be a regular thing, but we just thought, hey, you know what? It would be kind of fun to try that.
Yeah.
So, hopefully we won't get trolls.
Hopefully,
but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay, so alongs. Our sock along is ongoing, and we describe it in the last episode in detail. So episode 27, if you want to find out more about our sock along, please check that out in probably our last 8 or 9 episodes. We talk about the sock along. And prep for the temperature shawl coming up in January 2019. So that'll be going for the year of 2019. Okay, Mike!
Hi!
The skies above Armstrong. We haven't done this feature for a little while.
Shrouded in fog.
Yeah.
It's very foggy this time of year.
It's the foggy weather.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got up the other morning and I looked out the window. It was still dark. And I looked out and there was this orange glow through the fog just over. And I thought, uh-oh, there's a fire.
Oh.
And then I kind of looked and I realized that there was an orange glow around our street light, and I thought, but it was weird because it was just like in one section.
Right.
Where there was this orange glow and not sort of all over the place.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Oh,
street lights.
weird. Okay.
Street lights.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
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 Good old fog.
Yeah.
All right.
Righty.
Something just for, again, for fun. If you need to check out Stephen B's Facebook page for the post they did. Okay, for the post they did with Debbie and John Ornstein. Did I write it down somewhere here? There it is. Right there. For their knitting song. It's pure genius. It's wonderful. Now that might be coming from me as a a lover of live music and stuff, but as a knitter, the song's genius. So you must check it out. That's just something you must do.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Another thing that came up this week.
Okay.
Poor Mike. He has no idea what I'm going to talk about.
Nope.
Slow fashion. Do you know what slow fashion is?
No idea.
Yeah. So, neither did my friend Dora. Hi, Dora.
Hi.
Okay.
I have no idea what's happening.
So at our knitting at the library yesterday, Dora stood up and was sharing with us the beautiful sweater she's knit, but she also spun all the yarn for it, and that is the true definition of slow fashion. So fashion or regular fashion or whatever you want to call it is you go into a store, you go, boom, here's this, I'm gonna wear it. That's my fashion.
Okay.
Slow fashion is something that you hand make.
Okay.
So, Dora not only spun, knit the sweater, but she also spun it. And the amount of work that would go into that, I can't even imagine.
That's a lot of work, yeah.
Yeah. So, that was just, and more people are sort of talking about doing more, sewing more of their own clothes, knitting more stuff. It's slow fashion. It's very in vogue. I've actually been thinking about knitting my own, or not sewing some of my clothes again, because I just can't find anything anymore that I like, and I resort to, a lot of tank tops and things, and it's got to be more out there than that. So, okay. That was something.
Yep.
I have so many little notey things on here. So the other thing, if anyone is not familiar with the YouTube channel 10 Rows a Day, she does wonderful. They're usually about maybe 10 minutes long, maybe 5 minutes long. Little short tutorials on all sorts of things. She does one a week, and this last week she did one on the tubular cast on for 1x1 rib, and then followed that up with one for the tubular cast on for 2x2 rib. And I keep hearing about this tubular cast on, but I really didn't get it. I guess it's also known as an Italian cast on.
This is all Greek to me.
Italian, Greek, yeah. So,
yeah.
It's really cool. The tubular cast on, it's like when you, I don't have anything good here to go when you cast on, you often, with most cast-ons, you have kind of like this line across the bottom, and then your stitches kind of come out of this line.
Yeah.
With a tubular cast-on, that line isn't there.
Oh. So
if you were looking at ribbing, if you look at the bottom, and I think you can do the same thing with casting off, and I'm going to be looking into that too. So it's very stretchy because there's nothing restricting the.
Right.
And so if you look at the bottom of a 1x1 rib.
Yeah.
So you're looking at it flat on. Your work is straight out in front of you.
Okay.
Instead of having like a line and you can sort of see that there's, stitches behind it, it looks like something corrugated.
Oh.
Because you start right away with that knit purl thing going on. Anyway.
Okay.
So that's just a little thing. If you haven't found 10 Rows a Day yet, I totally recommend going in there. She's got 5 different ways to, make the sides of your knitting neat, and all these different ways to do this and that, and she's really clear, and she does a very good job of demonstrating what she's doing. So that's that. On another note.
Okay. Wow, you really have a lot written down there.
How bored are we? We have nothing to talk about today. Oh my god. Vicki Vicky won again.
She won a first time?
You know my friend Vicky?
Yeah.
Who always wins.
Okay, I didn't know that part, but okay.
She won a thing from the Cox girls.
Oh, okay.
Knit 3 together. She won yarn from them. She wins everything. Like, just,
okay.
She said to me the other day, she said, "You're gonna hate me." I don't hate you, Vicky. I think it's wonderful. 'Cause you know what? It couldn't be a better person. So there you go. I love it. But that's just because she won something from us too.
She did.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Did. So, mwah. Good on you, Vicky. No, of course I'm not mad at you.
And she won something again.
Yeah, she won another one.
Okay.
She's run many before that. Like, it sort of happens all the time. She doesn't even mention it anymore because it's just like, oh yeah, sure, yeah, I'm getting something.
Okay.
Love you. And I know I said last week that I would try to maybe get some backstage sort of interviews with my friends who are acting in the Rocky Horror Show.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to do that on Wednesday night, and then just before I left the house to go to the show, I realized I had a nail client coming in. So I couldn't go to the show.
Oh, right, yeah.
So how, like, yeah.
Well, then you went to...
I know, but I'm not going to do that on opening night.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Like, you know. It was a preview night. It was a sort of like a dress rehearsal with an audience, and I was going to go and talk to them, but anyway.
I went to that.
Yes.
I mean, I don't think it would have worked out anyway, because immediately after the show was over, they're like, "Okay, audience, get out, we need to do notes."
Yeah, we need to, that's right.
So, yeah, it probably wouldn't have worked anyway.
Yeah, but oh my god, the show was amazing, and if you've never been on stage, if you've never acted on stage or sung on stage, the courage that it takes to do that. And when someone says, you know, you're on stage, you are naked on stage, and you are, because it's you and there's people looking at you and they have expectations from you, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, but our friends were like
naked.
Literally almost naked.
Almost naked. Yeah.
On stage.
Yeah.
But some of them have been doing the show. This was the 5th and final year that they're putting on the Rocky Horror Show. But, you know, we're talking like, you know, for the gentlemen down to, you know, just the tighty whities.
Yeah.
And the girls, you know, down to like bra and panties.
Yeah.
And some of the boys in panties and lots of skin showing. And they're dancing and singing and other things. And it was just, I could only admire their courage doing that stuff. So that was pretty cool. And okay, so here's a question. My friends and I, and so please help us, comment below with some answers or whatever. We want to just like sort of try out some dyeing. So that sort of, it's like, okay, so go, you know, dye stuff, go ahead. But the best places for us to get yarn to dye, it's from the States.
Yeah.
And the frickin' duty we pay when stuff gets delivered from the States is crazy. I had a package come in this week. I can't remember exactly what I paid for this thing, but it couldn't have been more than $30. And I had to pay $12.60 duty after, you know, so that's after I've paid the conversion from Canadian to US dollars, after I've paid shipping, then I have to pay duty. And it's like, oh my Lord. And so we're trying to figure out if there's somewhere from Canada that we can get, you know, just some plain yarn and dye, you know, a minimal amount of dye supplies without it costing a fortune. Just something to play with, just for fun. So, just putting that out there. If anyone has any great ideas, please comment below. Another question. Please comment below.
Yes.
Would anyone be interested in me doing short segments on how to read your knitting? Because it seems to me that's the thing that baffles most people. They'll be knitting along and they'll get to a point and then they'll go, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I did. It's not working. I don't have the right number of stitches. I don't know how many rows I did. I don't know if I twisted my row counter. Why is there a big hole in the middle of my knitting? What have I done? So I was thinking of doing and I mean short, like kind of like maybe in most cases like a minute at a time, but just really, I mean, like how to read your knitting. So how to read, is this a knit stitch and is it a complete stitch, or have I split the yarn or whatever? Yeah. Is this a purl stitch? How, is this a yarn over or a mistake? Yeah. Did I remember to knit two together? My stitch counts out. What did I do? Yeah. So
she's very good at reading her knitting.
If
I'm learning a lot.
And it's a bonus, right? When you can tell what you did.
Yeah.
Or you know how to look for it.
Yeah.
So anyway, if anyone would like me to do little shorty segments on how to read your knitting, comment below.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's all our chit-chat points.
No, one more. Did you want to say something? Anything?
Hi.
Okay, so that was Mike's turn. Okay, so the other thing that, we could also do what's Sue wearing. Hi, this is the Sue Show. I'm going to talk all about me today.
I'll have my chance.
I joined, so I'm just getting this up here. It's a mystery knit along. So it's a cowl, and it is by Natalie V. Westfall and Eastfall. So that's just the cover page. I'm not giving anything away. It's a super quick, like the clues for this are going to come out like every couple or 3 days.
Oh.
And I think it lasts about a week and a half. Okay. So it sounds like it's a fast knit, because they wouldn't just be doing that, to drive you crazy, I hope. They, just to give you, the what I can from this, it's going to be, okay, so you need 2 colors, DK yarn, and about, okay, so 197 meters of one and 215 meters of the other. So if you're into just maybe challenging yourself with a quick mystery knit along, and sometimes it's fun. You don't know what you're going to get, but what the heck. So that's the Westfall and Eastfall. Let me just find it on Ravelry here. So that's what it looks like on Ravelry. So if you want to, join in with that, make something that's a mystery. It's a cowl. It's a cowl. And yeah, there's that. And just for the record, what I am wearing today is the Triple Treat shawl from the Stitchin' Sisters. Wait, no, Cozy Up Knits. Pardon me. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Jamie. Don't hate me. Okay, I love this, and I love patterns with drop stitches in it. This is Triple Treat shawl. It's the same stitches and kind of design, but it comes in 3 different shapes. So there's a crescent shape, and a asymmetrical triangle, and then you like your triangle with the spine. So you get all 3 patterns. and they're Once Again Wonders. And I love this kind of thing, especially the drop stitches. When you have a yarn, I mean, let's face it, we've all picked up that yarn that it's just pulled.
Oh, yeah.
We've all picked up that yarn that was just like, oh my gosh, I love this yarn. I love these colors. I'm scared to use it because I want to make sure I can show the yarn off to its best ability. And when you have these drop stitches, you can really get the beautiful yarn really shines through. So that's the Cozy Up Knits Triple Treat Shawl, if you're interested. Okay, so I'm done now.
Okay, foes.
That'd be me. Here, do you want to hold those? Okay, so this is a faux that I never showed you. These are my socks from... These are my socks that I knit for Knit City. And they are done with Mud Punch yarn. And my goal with these was to knit the yarn as far as, like, I'd already done a shorty pair of socks. And then I wanted to just see how tall they would go. And so that's what I did. What's kind of funny about these, I call them a faux, but you can see there's like strings and stuff hanging out all over the place. Because I haven't done my woven in my ends. There's actually a stitch marker inside them holding a dropped stitch from running out, but they've been through the wash already twice because I keep wearing them. And that brought up an interesting conversation that we had. I love you so much. My friends were asking me about pilling because I keep going on about Mud Punch yarns. So here are the socks. I've actually even been, like, they've been washed, and since the last time they were washed, I've worn them again. So I've worn them enough that I've had to wash them 3 times. Okay, there's a little teeny weeny bit of pilling right there on the heel. I've washed them and I put them in the washing machine. I'm pretty sure I laid them flat to dry, but I can't remember. And if my husband did the laundry, they probably went in the dryer. That's not recommended with this yarn, but that's what happened. Anyway, yeah, like pilling is so far really not an issue with this yarn. And I guess, yeah, my girlfriend had some other yarn she'd spent a lot of money on. It's a very well-known yarn and self-striping. And she's like, it pills like crazy. So that's what brought this up. And so there's my answer to that question about the pilling. My other finished object, soon to be Mike's turn, is now I finished my other pair of, these are just off the needles, literally. And they haven't been blocked or anything, but that's my other pair of socks with Mud Punch yarn with Drops Fable, heels, toe, and cuff. So what I did with these was, before I started knitting them, I broke the striped yarn into 4 equal weighted balls, and then because I wanted to make 4 pairs of socks. So this is using, and then before I started, I did a kind of matched up, so I was starting at roughly the same spot with the color. At the end, I was left with this much of one of the balls. The one ball I used completely. Then I had this much left of the other ball. So now I'm going to go and get the next 2 balls. And again, I'm going to try and start like as close to, and maybe I'll need to use these, I don't know. but color-wise, stripe-wise, as close as I can. And I should be able to get 2 pairs of socks of about the same size. So these are done on a 2.5 needle, 64 stitches, toe up, heel flap and gusset, and okay, that's faux.
Okay. Whips.
Mike!
Hi.
Do you have a whip?
I have a whip.
Work in progress.
Yes, work in progress. It is these socks that I started showing off last week, using the Drops Table yarn, toe up with heel flap and gusset.
Same as I did, yeah.
Yeah, and this is the Drops Table patterned yarn. I have most of the heel done on this one sock, and the other one I am prepared to start the heel, but I'm still in the heel on this one. So
he's just picking up.
Yeah, I'm working up the side now, and
let's see. So he's just picking up the heel there.
Yep.
Coming up the side.
Yep. And these are going to be a gift for my friend. So.
And the pattern is the one that I wrote down because that's how I make socks.
Yep. And yeah, it was kind of like, you know.
And now we know why you need test knitters.
Yeah, because the pattern wasn't exactly explicit, wasn't exactly complete.
Some of the things that you just like, that just happens.
Yeah.
Like the knitting 2 together as you're picking up the gusset.
Yeah.
Forgot to mention.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you guys got kicked.
Oops.
That's my whip. I did no work on the Yarn Quest this week. I'm still still burnt out on that, so I'm just putting that aside.
Anything else you'd like to say?
Nope.
Okay.
Do you have any Yarnquisitions?
Okay. No, I'm working on my
on your whips.
Now here's the good news, because if you have been following, you know that I have quite a few works in progress, and now apparently, you know, one of them is gone. But we didn't have a lot of knitting time. I didn't have a lot of knitting time this week.
I didn't really either.
I had pesky clients who wanted their nails done, and then we had some other stuff.
It was for me. It was mostly just, you know, I have enough time for myself that I'd rather be doing. I have other things that I've been neglecting.
Yeah. So I am still working. And I wanted to get the socks off my needles, and then there's the brioche hat. So this is Gina's brioche hat and cowl pattern that I'm using for this. So this is the hat for my husband that he asked for. So I would like to, you know, get it done quickly because he asked for it. So I've been concentrating my knitting time on those 2 things this week. So again, my goal is to get this one finished before I go back to some of those other projects. So yeah, I've made a little bit more progress on that, and that's my whip.
That's whips.
Whips.
Alrighty. Any Yarnquisitions?
No Yarnquisitions.
No Yarnquisitions. That means I get to talk.
Mike.
Hi.
What do you bring to the table?
I bring more board games to the table, as always. This is another game that I haven't actually had the chance to play yet, but I've been promised that this is a very good game. This game is Captain Sonar.
Tip it a little. There we
go. Captain Sonar, my favorite quote about Captain Sonar probably comes from Quinton Smith of Shut Up and Sit Down Board Game Reviews, where he described Captain Sonar as if Battleship had met a competent game designer.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
Captain Sonar is played with 2 to 8 players divided into 2 teams with a great big, and this is further divided by a huge wall that you set up down the table. everyone is taking on roles in in one of two submarines that are locked in a battle. And it's very tension oriented. There's a whole arc to the game that just kind of happens naturally as everyone is yelling back and forth quietly about what they can and can't do. Now, the major selling point of Captain Sonar, your first game is probably going to be played what is called turn-based. One team takes a turn, the other team takes a turn, turns back and forth forever until someone wins. Captain Sonar is meant to be played in real time.
Ooh, oh!
So everybody is doing everything all at once. If one team happens to be going faster than the other team, they go faster than the other team. And it is best played with 8 players, but it can be played with down to 2 players. Generally, you want to do a 2-player as a turn-based. Anyway, as I was saying, it is for ages 14 plus. It is some of the concepts are a little high. Some of the strategies for between 2 and 8 players. You can play with odd teams. It takes about 45 minutes. Haven't had a chance to play it yet. Don't know how true that is, but I've heard absolutely stellar things about the game, and I hope to. I've actually been hoping to play this with our games group, and yeah, but or maybe just getting a 2-player game in just so you know we can understand the concepts and better explain it to everyone else.
Yeah, this sounds like fun. I like that. And just kind of on that note, we're yeah, never mind.
Never mind?
No, never mind.
Okay.
I was just going to say we might actually be talking some of our other friends into starting up a D&D campaign.
But nothing's set in stone yet.
No.
I don't even think we've talked to most of the people who
No. We just sort of
the seeds are being planted.
The seeds are being planted. We're not gonna push it too hard. Okay. Do you want to do? No, you can't read my writing probably.
Friday, October. Events from around the world.
Events from around the world. World.
Oh God.
Okay, come back.
I'm back. Hi.
Come back.
Okay, Friday, October 26th. It is the Weaves and More show and sale in Cowichan Bay?
At the Cowichan Bay
Marine Center in Cowichan Bay, BC. Is that on the island?
That is on Vancouver Island.
Vancouver Island, yes. Alrighty, and also on Friday, October 26th, it is the Happy Knit Night.
What could be more fun than that? Seriously.
Absolutely.
I saw that and I was like, Happy Knit Night?
Happy Knit Night!
Yeah!
At Yarn Over Berlin in Berlin?
In Berlin.
Berlin.
So in case you weren't sure, it's in Berlin.
Yes. Yarn Over Berlin.
Yeah. Happy Knit Night.
Yes.
Like, what's to be, yeah. And again, if anyone's not sure where Berlin... Well, actually, there's Berlins all over the place, aren't there?
Are there?
But I'm pretty sure this Berlin is the Germany Berlin.
Okay.
And
on Thursday, November 1st, it is... You'll have to do that one.
Yeah, he's going to let me make a mess of this name. Thanks so much. Okay. It's Jumbo Marascu. That's Finnish for Big November.
Okay.
In Vanta, Finland. I just saw that. Jumbo Marascu.
Marascu.
And it's probably actually sounds completely different than that by someone who knows what they're saying.
Yes.
And that's Thursday, November 1st. Big November in Vanta, Finland.
Yes.
Yeah.
And those are the events that are around the world.
Those are the events.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So already.
I guess,
time for the Andy Bits?
It was very front-loaded.
Yeah. There's all that stuff up there. And
I guess I could have moved some of it towards the end. That might might have broken it up better. We'll have to think about that.
Maybe, who knows? Maybe in the editing we're going to break it up a little bit, and you're going to have no idea what we're talking about. Or maybe this bit is going to get cut out. Who knows?
Anything could happen in editing.
Maybe I'm going to leave it in for comedic effect in that it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Who knows?
There's that. So, Endy Bits. So, just to review what I talked about. So, a reminder. Next Friday, October 26th, 10 a.m. Pacific time.
Yes.
If you are around and available or care to, we will be live streaming on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it would be great if we connected with some of you, and if nobody joins us, it'll just be more of the same, and it'll be there later for you to see if you want.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty.
So, that was good. So, yeah, and that mystery, okay, good.
So, remember to comment below on...
Answer the questions.
What were the questions?
Answer the questions. The questions were, should I do segments on reading your knitting?
Yep.
And any thoughts about how here in Canada we can get our hands on some reasonably priced yarn to just sort of play with some dyeing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Comment that below. Like the video. And sock blanks. Subscribe. You're probably already subscribed, frankly, if you're watching this, but you might not be. We'd like it if you're subscribed.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
We appreciate that you spend some time with us. That's very nice.
Join our Ravelry group. Follow us on Instagram. I think that's it.
Okay.
So keep your knitting close and your family closer. Bye.